Hello, Amy. My name is Sean Everett, and I am the website analysis expert over at Zucker Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis, so that's what we're going to do now. First thing is you have a beautiful site. You clearly spent some money on it because it shows. I mean, it's a really beautiful website. But I'm not really here about the aesthetic part of it. I'm here about the mechanics of it, because the mechanics of it are exactly what's going to determine whether or not somebody comes to your site or not. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to make a really weird claim. The words that are in your site right now are going to determine whether or not people are going to come here. And I'm going to show you how I mean that. Now, I use this paid tool called Ahrefs. It shows me the metrics of your site, essentially how it's been performing. And then I go and I do a Google search for Parma Heights, Ohio roofers. And when I scroll down, I'm going to need to be able to tell you a little bit about a Google search, how it works. The Google algorithm determines the placement of absolutely everything on a Google search page. Now, right up here are the paid ones. They're called sponsored according to Google. Underneath that is what we call the map pack. You can see because they're attached to that lovely map. And there you are at the top of the map pack. And what that means is that you went to Google and filled out a Google business profile, and you filled it out well. So that is good. Now, next, underneath the map pack are what we call the organic search results. Now, the first ones tend to be lists, like here, like the Better Business Bureau, Angie's List. But Mr. Roof say that they are a roofer in Parma, Ohio. I think you and I both know that Mr. Roof has a bunch of offices probably around the country. They're a big organization, but look what happens when I click on their site. They say that they are a roofer in Parma, Ohio, because they can, and because the Google algorithm doesn't, fact check things. If you write it on the internet, that makes it true. So this is something that you're up against. You're up against a whole internet that can say whatever it wants, which means that you have that opportunity also. And I don't mean being unethical. I just mean that, you need to list your service areas, because I could not find your service areas here. I could only find Parma, Ohio, Parma Heights. So here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to show you something right off the bat. Copy, and I'm going to paste this into this word counter. You have 308 words on your website, and Mr. Roof has, come on, baby, computers. You can't live with them, and you can't live with them. Copy, paste that into here. They have 1,383 words. Now, that is a little shy of what Google expects you to have on your homepage. Google wants you to have 1,500 words on your homepage in order for them to consider you worthy enough to be in their search results. That's the truth. Now, all words are not equal, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Right now, you have 9 keywords in your website. Now, that is a very small amount, I have to admit to you. And keywords are something that Google expects you to have, because they expect their search customers to be able to find out more about the subject that they are Googling. And in this case, they want somebody to find out more about roofing. So the keywords are going to be from your industry. They're going to be about roofing. They're going to be gables or gutters or soffits or whatever. So Mr. Roof has a bunch of those. And the way that Google finds these is by taking every single website that comes up as a result of this search. They strip out all of the words from all of those websites and count them and see which one appears most, second most, third most, and so on. Those become the keywords, and those are the words that Google expects you to have. You have 9 keywords on your site, and Mr. Roof has 12,900. That's a big mountain to climb, but you can do better than you have and make it higher on the. You don't need to have 12,000 in order to get better placement on a Google search. Now, next thing I'm going to do is show you those keywords that they have. Roofing companies near me. That's actually something they have on their website. Siding contractor. I don't know if you do that. Roofing contractor near me. Siding company. Roofing shingles. Window installation near me. I don't know how much of these things you do, but roof leak repair near me. You can see there's a lot of Google searches that people do. These are actual Google searches to look for a roofer in their area. Cleveland, Cincinnati. I don't know, if you do those also. Probably you don't do Detroit, I'm guessing. Anyway, they're a conglomerate. What can you do? But that's who you're up against. That's what your competition is on Google. And so beating them is a much bigger priority, because just look at your own Google behavior. How far down do you scroll before you go, you know what, I think I have everything I need above there. I can figure it out from here. You don't have to go down very far to sort of figure that your Google search is done. Now, same here. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you your backlinks. Backlinks is where somebody other site has you on there, and there's a link back to your site on it. So, for instance, a Yelp, for instance, if you were listed on Yelp and you have claimed that profile, there would be a link back to your site on it. Now, Mr. Roof, you have 146, and they have 2,600. Again, that is something that you want to raise. You want to get more backlinks, because the way Google looks at it, the more people that are talking about you, the more important you must be. That's kind of the way they see it. So if you're on a bunch of other websites, then that means that you're probably more important. Here's a feather in their cap, Wikipedia. I don't know how they got that one. Home Advisor, MapQuest, Angie's List, Expertise, Yellow Pages, local Yahoo.com, and so on. You want to be on any site that is, say, rated 70 or above. Now, they have a lot that are in that range, so you have a bit of work to do to catch up to them. You don't need to catch up, though. You just need to have more in the 90s. There are a lot more in the 90s than they have. They only have, what, like 10 in the 90s here? You can beat them in that easily, and that will help you get higher on the Google search results. Now, here's where it all comes down to. As a result of your backlinks and your keywords, your placement is not very high on the Google search. And as a result, last month you had 51 clicks as a result of a Google search to your website. Now, that is not bad. Here's what Mr. Roof had. 16,600. So there is room for improvement for you. Now, my tool here tells me that the value of your 51 clicks is about $265, and the value of the clicks, the 16,000, is about $145,000 for Mr. Roof. That is money that you just leave on the table by being low in the Google search results. So, what do you do about it? Well, you need to change those three things that I told you about. One is your Google business profile. You've already done that well, but make sure it is more Google rewards thorough. So take a look at it again, because if anybody below here decides to fill one out that is above you otherwise, that'll drop you down. So make sure it's filled out well. Number two, get more keywords on your website. Words that should belong on your website. They're just words from your industry. And three, get more backlinks. That is the three things that the Google algorithm is looking for in order to give its search customers what it calls the most relevant results. So listen, I hope I have given you some insight into how the Google algorithm works, and I'm going to assume that you probably want to spend more time doing roofing and siding and gutters than you do digging around in the mechanics of your website, which is why I hope that you will give Eric a call and he can guide you through the next steps of how to improve these standings. Hope I was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.